in Houston with a professional record of 6-14, with 5 knockout wins and 5 knockout losses. And Angel Herrera hails from Texas as well, 191.5 pounds, 28 years of age, 4-1-2 with 1 knockout win. He has not been stopped in his career. Jerry McKenzie, the referee.
Touch him up. Let's do it.
If you just tuned in, Tom Boom Boom Johnson did not answer the bell for the 8th round. Jesus Chavez debut, the talented prospect from Puerto Rico. First round stoppage of Jason Doucette. Armando Guerrero with a unanimous decision win against Adel Ruiz. And Corey Spinks started the show with an impressive performance. The second round stoppage of Dennis Allen. You are up to date as far as the action in the ring.
Well, if Matthews doesn't have enough problems, part of that being knocked out 5 times, he's 8.5 pounds lighter than Herrera. And he's a smaller guy throughout the history of his career. He's in a light heavyweight, 185 pounds or less, 18 out of 20 fights, as light as 170 pounds. Herrera, he's a full-fledged cruiserweight, Bob, 189 pounds or more, 6 out of 7 fights. He's been as heavy as 205 pounds.
Nice combination there by Herrera. The most notable name on Matthews' resume was in July of 1997 in Louisiana. He was knocked out in the 4th round by Vasily Yurov. In fact, I think we did that fight on ESPN too. I believe that was in Lake Charles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yurov, of course, the current cruiserweight champion of the world, former gold medal winner from the Olympics.
Right hand to the body by Matthews.
Get off that head. Get off.
Oh, good, strong left hand. Knocked back Herrera.
This might be a case where the bigger man is not necessarily the stronger man. Because right now, it looks like Herrera, who is 8.5 pounds bigger, who is a full-fledged cruiserweight against the guy Matthews, who's a light heavyweight, looks like Herrera is not a puncher.
Yeah, I guess when I build this 4 rounds light heavyweight, this is really 4 rounds cruiserweight.
Yes, sir. But I don't know how big a puncher Herrera has to be with Matthews, who's been, as you said, knocked out 5 times and has had many inactivity periods in his career.
He turned pro in 1991.
He's had a period of 15 months he was off. He's had a period of 2 years he was off. And he had a period of 1 year he was off. And he's run streaks during those periods of 8 losses in a row, and other times 5 losses in a row.
Herrera just keeping his hands moving. Herrera turned pro in February of last year in Texas. Well, each guy has had some opportunities to land some big punches. Round 1 complete. Between Angel Herrera in the blue and white, Dennis Matthews in the black trunks. No knockdowns in the first round. Herrera had the edge in round number 1 as far as punches thrown and punches landed. He landed 17 power shots, although he did get rocked a couple of times.
Having pointed out all the flaws that I thought was my job to point out in both guys, especially in Matthews' career, I should also point out these guys are pretty comparable talent-wise, and they're both out there trying. And that's all you can ask. Sometimes you get a real good fight that way, because they're both in there doing what you pay to watch. Throwing punches, and to their ability, whatever that limit might be, doing the best they can.
Right hand from Herrera.
Again, here's the bigger guy, Bob Herrera. 8.5 pounds heavier tonight. That does not equate into power.
Let's go, come on, let's go. Get out of there, get out of there.
Power is God-given. Having extra weight does not mean that you're the more powerful puncher. You had a guy years ago, former lightweight champion Luke Jenkins from this state, from Texas. Whoa, what a puncher he was. With that right hand, he used to knock heavyweights out in the gym. He had born power. And he was as skinny as a rail. And neither one of these guys believe in staying on the outside. They get close and they move their hands.
They bang. Matthews blocks most of that combination. And you mentioned that neither of these guys are world beaters, but the talent level fairly equal. They always say water finds its level.
Yes, sir. It's a watchable match. No guy getting taken out of there because the talent is level. And that's why the rounds have been fairly competitive.
Herrera just keeps his hands moving. From round 2. And again, the edge for Herrera as far as connects and thrown punches are concerned. See the total number of 10 punches landed, more than double in favor of Herrera. Matthews has gotten into some pretty good shots of his own.
It was a good jab, nice clean jab. Right from the shoulder by Matthews. Give Matthews credit, 34 years old, been stopped 5 times, plenty of heart. He's in there doing the best he can. Matthews turned pro at 25. Herrera, 28 years old, turned pro when he was 27. Late start.
Again, Herrera slinging the punches, throwing the punches. Matthews catching a lot of them. Boy, he doesn't even, legs don't even buckle.
You know Herrera does not have pop in his gloves. He's hitting a smaller man than a man that's been knocked out 5 times.
Come on, let's go. Now hold, let's go.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good sign.
Yes, it would. Wouldn't exactly need Sherlock Holmes to pick that one out. I think I'd like to use this moment to send out condolences. I know you want to, Bob, too, to Bob Waring, who's a former strength coach. He was a strength coach of former world champion Pernell Whitaker, and a real good guy. He passed away today at a young age, in his 40s.
Yeah.
Very, very sad news. As I said, real gentleman, a good strength coach, good personal trainer, worked with Arturo Gatti, Ivan Robinson. Years he was with Pernell Whitaker. A good man, Bob Waring. What a shame.
He was one of the secret weapons in that whole Pernell Whitaker team. Obviously Pernell's skill, but our condolences to Bob Waring's family. Passed away earlier today. Round 3 to its conclusion.
It's not hope. Let's say to you commissions out there that you make sure that happens. You saw it for yourselves. You make sure. That's your job. Otherwise, what do we need commissions for? Right, Bob? You make damn sure that this kid doesn't get hurt and he goes out in only ceremonial fights, if any.
Well, as we start this 4th and final round, Dennis Matthews, who has been taking a lot of Herrera's pounding, but never even flinching, is coming out with his own offensive arsenal.
As I said earlier, both guys that, hey, you don't need me to tell you. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to take anything away from these guys. They got plenty of heart. They don't have great talent, but plenty of heart They're matched properly, which is very important. And look what they're doing. They're in there throwing punches. Not great skills. Not just going to go out of your way just to watch these guys, but for an undercard fight, a 4-round fight, you see in action, you're seeing two guys giving everything they're capable of giving.
Hey, at least on my scorecard, Matthews would have to knock out Herrera to win this fight. I've given the first 3 rounds to Herrera, just on the volume of punches and punches landed.
You know, one other thing I have to say for both guys, and in particular Matthews, he's getting the worst of it most rounds. Even though he's getting hit, he's trying his best to move his head, to block. Not right now, he's not doing too good a job of it. But there he goes, he bends his legs, he's trying his best. He just does not have the experience or the ability to do it consistently. But he knows what he should do.
And Herrera just continues to rotate his shoulders and just keep throwing punches.
Matthews was throwing a left hook from a little far away, and Herrera beat him with the right hand, knocked him off balance. That's probably the only way that Matthews is going to score a knockdown. Being able to time one of those shots, maybe in between a punch of Matthews. Because Herrera's not a big bang in the center.
Coming up after Friday night fights, NHL tonight. We're getting caught up in all the NHL action, highlights, and a whole lot more. John Butchergross and Darren Pang will bring you the show. Most comprehensive show about the National Hockey League anywhere on TV. Final seconds of the 4th round. Matthews and Herrera. A little walkout bout between the two. Herrera threw many more punches and landed many more, but Matthews stood in there and took them all and threw some back as well. Here's Brian and Matt.
That's a swing fight. They're back in the dressing room. They don't know if they're getting out there. They got on TV. Coming up next, NHL tonight, John Butchergross and Darren Pang. Again, just moments away right after
Austin, Texas. Pleasure to be here. Total punches in the fight. You see Herrera had the edge as far as thrown and landed. Teddy Atlas's scorecard through this 4-round bout. Shutout for Herrera. For the judges' scorecards, here's Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing in this light heavyweight match, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges scored this bout 40-36 for the winner by unanimous decision, Angel El Gallo Herrera.
So Herrera picks up his 5th win, 15th loss for Dennis Matthews. For Teddy Atlas, Max Kellerman, and Brian Kenny, so long from Austin, Texas. We'll talk to you next week from Las Vegas. This is Friday Night Fights on ESPN2. The NHL tonight coming up next.
I'm coming up. Y'all come get me. That's right, Mom. Love you, Mom.